Welcome to Winning in the Shadows. Andy and Corbin joining you. We're going to take a look at Fulham, Leicester City. Corbin, what do you like in this one?
I really like Fulham money line here. It's about minus 120. Money seems to be slightly coming in on Fulham, but I really like the matchup here. I think it really favors them. So obviously, first thing to note is Fulham's the home team. That gives you such a huge advantage in this league. They're going to have the lion's share of possession, obviously first game of the season at home because they started the season away from home, so all the fans are going to be up for it. The atmosphere, it's quite a small ground, so it's quite what's the word, like the atmosphere is kind of all on top of you kind of vibes. They're coming up, so Fulham lost their opening game to Man United. They lost 1-0, but I thought they put up a really good showing. They had quite a solid preseason and they had quite a few chances against United. United only snuck out the 1-0 when they pulled away kind of in the second half with a few chances, but Fulham definitely had their chances to score or keep or get a draw. I felt like Fulham are quite a balanced team, which is kind of what I like. Like they don't like I look at the Fulham team and I don't see a particular massive hole in the system or any particular players letting them down. They're kind of just an all round balanced, strong team. Uh, the kind of core of that team, other than they lost a central defensive midfielder called Palinia, who was one of their best players of the season. But they actually just today or yesterday signed a CDM from Burnley called Sander Berg, who I'm a huge fan of. Don't know if he's going to come straight into the team for this on Saturday. I suspect he might because there's the hole in their team is that, quite honestly. They've signed another player called Smith Rowe. It's going to just give them so much more creativity going forward. They're potentially signing another centre back called Anderson either today or tomorrow. Again, not sure if he's going to make the game on Saturday, but if he did, that's an added bonus. I look at Leicester's strengths, and it's mainly down the wings and in behind. And Fulham have such a good left and right back that they should really be able to cope with Leicester quite easily, quite honestly, I think. Leicester themselves, they actually got a 1-1 draw with Spurs, which I think is quite surprising, but they did get rather dominated, I feel like, in that game, and they were lucky to come away with the draw there. All round, I think Fulham has a really underrated attack. They have a really strong striker called Muniz, who I'm a big fan of. They have so much pace in behind, and Leicester kind of they're so openly defensively that I think Fulham are just going to play through them quite honestly and get in behind again and again and again and just create so many chances. Traore on the right wing. I don't know if you've ever seen him, and it might be worth looking up a picture. But he is jacked, and he is the fastest player I think I've ever seen. And he is just going to burn their defense for pace in behind every time and deliver crosses for Maniz. I don't see how Leicester make the adjustments. They've always been a side that's wide open, kind of gung ho style with just space everywhere. They got a new manager for this season, whereas Fulham are keeping their manager from last year. I like that continuity for Fulham versus all the change for Leicester. Leicester have not really bought any players in. They signed a player called Oliver Skip yesterday. I really don't rate him. They've massively overpaid for him. I don't think even if he came into the Leicester team, he's not going to suddenly shore up their whole midfield and attack. I think Fulham are just going to run them ragged all over the place and just control the game, quite honestly. So yeah, Fulham money line at about minus 120 is what I'm looking at. So
Official play is going to be Fulham on the money line. Before we let you go, any, I don't know, big surprises or takeaways from first week? Like a team that you were like, oh no, they look like they could be in trouble, or a team that kind of surprised you coming out of the gates? Any strong
um,
takeaways or not? Nothing. It's a long
Brent,
season.
yeah, it's a first game. Couple of things stood out. Brentford, so Brentford stylistically have this one striker that's worth more than probably their whole team combined, and he looks like he's being sold. He's called Tony. I thought they looked really good. I think they won. Was it 2-1 versus Palace? That was quite shocking to me. Newcastle, I expected to win, but after going down to 10 men, quite surprised that they managed to pull out the victory. The rest of it is all kind of standard what I thought was going to happen. Arsenal won, City won, Liverpool eventually kicked into gear in the second half. Other than that, I think Leicester somehow finding a draw is probably quite honestly the most shocking thing about the weekend to me. I really thought Spurs would cut through them, and I guess they did. They just didn't. They just weren't clinical enough. So
All right, guys, there you go. You can follow us on the Winning in the Shadows YouTube channel. If you have not liked and subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do that. Please leave a comment below. Good luck this weekend, Corbin. I know we got some official plays up at
yeah,
wagertalk.com. We got a 4% and a 3% play. Go grab those. Good luck in your plays. We'll see everyone later.
good luck.